The end of Prohibition in '33. You probably weren't too happy, huh? The end of the good old days.
Yeah, not too happy, but it wasn't all bad. Eventually, I did get married to Sarah and had a daughter. It was a good time. But life went on in business. We made a huge amount of dough during Prohibition, which we invested into new deals. A lot of them were legitimate. We had regular firms like construction, transport, restaurants. We ran labor unions. And of course, there was gambling, betting, the lotteries. We actually did really well. We just tried to stay out of drugs, even if it wasn't always easy.
Come on, business is business, right?
You're way off there. The Cosa Nostra ain't no Paddies or Chinamen. With drugs comes big money and even bigger problems. When someone has a problem with the cops because of drugs, he does the sensible thing. He admits it. If his family catches him, they rub him out. Drugs are taboo.
So what, there's some kind of grand poobah passing judgment?
Something like that. The leading families choose a boss of bosses. They sort out the big problems and set the rules of the game.
So, criminals who break the law have their own courts that judge them? That's just great.
Laws aren't changeless holy words. Every country in the world has their own. It's just somebody with a lot of power applying their own will. It depends on the person whether they'll serve someone else blindly or apply their own will. Why should the Don be restrained? The Mafia prevailed through Prohibition with its own laws. A handful of poor, uneducated immigrants from Sicily were stronger than all the laws, courts, and police here in the States. That took some doing.
What? With murder? With the suffering they caused?
Come on. You think that the Mafia just murders innocent people? The Mafia punishes those who break laws. And the majority of your laws, too. Unfortunately, we can't put anyone in jail or fine them. Everybody who comes and works for us knows what to expect if he breaks the rules. People lie and steal, and there are lots of criminals here who get unbelievable pleasure when they steal from the mob. As well as the mafiosos who get pleasure from cheating the state.
And what about all the payoffs, robberies, and raids, huh?
Hey, the cops ain't no saints neither. No Don encourages his men to go around harming people. And what other people do on their own isn't our concern. And as for payoffs, most people come to the Don for help and advice on their own. And they'll pay gladly for it. The Don is an esteemed person, but not every Don is like Salieri. That's the truth.
There you go. Your system works, but you know why? Because you're a bunch of selfish murderers. And you only care about your own gain. All your efforts are spent ensuring that you live like pigs in shit. That's why you're so successful. You're only looking out for yourselves. We look out after everybody. A few cops have to ensure law and order for all, and that's a much harder job.
That's true. But you can easily leave the Don outside your protection. He'll watch his own back.
And what about you? What are you sitting here for?
Ah, Tommy, I'm glad you're here. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Hey, boss. What's going on?
There's something I've been looking forward to all week. I'm going to Pepe's restaurant for lunch, but my personal bodyguard has called in sick. There's nobody here who could take me, and I prefer not to go to these things alone. You'll take me, won't you?
Certainly, boss.
Bravo. Let's get going then. I'm already pretty hungry. Have you got a piece on you, Tommy?
Yeah, I got one. You think I'll need it?
Well, probably not. But it's better to be sure. You know how it is. We'll take my card. Tommy, I'm really looking forward to this. Pepe is a native Sicilian, and above all, a fantastic chef. Whenever I feel like a specialty from back home, I go to him. Wait till you try his cheeses. Forget about it. Luigi's a great cook, but Pepe is a real master, a maestro. At last, I could eat a horse.
Hey, Danzerieri, welcome!
Pepe, you don't even know how much I'm looking forward to your specialties. Fantastic meal, Pepe. I haven't eaten that well in a long time.
Molto grazie, Don. Praise from a gourmet like you always makes me feel with joy.
Oh, please, I'm no gourmet. If you knew what I ate for dinner yesterday, you definitely wouldn't say that.
Can I get you anything else, Don? I have an excellent Chianti.
Really? Let's get it out here then, Pepe.
At once, sir.
How'd you like it, Tommy?
It was fantastic, boss. I'll have to bring Sarah here sometime.
Ah, yes, you certainly should, Tommy. Just be careful that Sarah doesn't take offense. She cooks worse than Pepe. What the hell is going on? This is ruining my lunch.
Marilla must have nothing better to do.
They could have at least let me taste the wine, Gobbones.
Get this over with.
Throw him his present, Joe. Maybe we'll smoke him out.
Working for you is real interesting, boss.
What'd you say? My ears are ringing from that blast.
Yes, boss.
It looks like we won't get out this way. Try and run around the back of them, while I keep them entertained.
Yes, boss. Be careful.
I have to say, you got balls, Tommy. You saved my ass.
You weren't so bad yourself, boss.
Christ, that was crazy. Thank God Pepe hid. Poor guy. I'll have to send him some dough for repairs.
We should. Boss, I'd like to know how they knew where we were. You think they followed us?
I don't think so, Tommy. I have a feeling I know who set me up.
Who?
Carlo, my bodyguard. That goddamn son of a bitch, he's the only one who knew where I was going. And he also excused himself from work today. He knew very well what was gonna happen.
That sounds pretty likely.
Yeah, I think so. I'll tear him apart like a rag doll. Carlo lives in a rented house in Little Italy, a little way from our bar. There's a pizzeria downstairs. We're going. Carlo, you bastard! We're coming for you! Let's do it, Tom. Break down the door, bust in there and kill the bastard. He's run down the fire escape, Tommy. Get him!
Have mercy. I have a family.
I'll kill you, you bastard! I'll kill you, you bastard! I'll kill you, you bastard! I'll
Lord, there's shooting here.
Shut up, lady, or you're next.
Police!
Kill that bastard, Tom! Don't be an idiot! Shoot the bastard!
They're murdering people.
Don't waste your time with him! He's shit!
You know what, boss?
What?
That's the first time I knocked someone off in their underpants.
It's nothing. First time for me, too. There's a first time for everything.
Well, who do we have here?
How are you, Sergio? Staying out of trouble? I see you got a new punching bag.
Well, the gentleman here thinks that the financing of our labor union ain't fair, and he wants to strike.
I've always said a strike is a bad thing. Real bad. Unless, of course, it's organized by my dear brother for a higher goal.
You won't get away with this. The boys will show you.
I think you're overestimating their bravery.
You cockroach.
I didn't come for this discussion, unfortunately.
We'd like to introduce you to some of our principles about labor unions in this free country of ours. Carry on, boys! What's the reason for your coming, brother?
Salieri is alive.
What? How could he survive?
I'm afraid in the current situation we can't ask him.
Burn in hell.
And there is nobody else who could tell us what happened. Our guys are dead, and the customers at the restaurant are dead. And that sneak Carlo is as well.
Could you please shut up? We're trying to talk here!
Go to
That's
hell.
no way to talk to Mr. Morello.
Bum!
God, he should have been there alone. How could that old man kill so many of our guys?
He's as old as me, so I wouldn't say that. But he probably wasn't there alone. I think he'll be planning how to get rid of us right now.
What should we do?
I will try to figure out something. Anyway, be careful. Now his best guys will be after us.
So, we're really at war?
We have been for a long time already. But now, more than ever before, take good care of yourself, brother.
Boss, it looks like he's had enough. What do you want us to do with him? I don't know. Finish him off and dump him in the ocean.